everyone, welcome to my kitchen where I will be cooking a delicious meal. I'm not only doing that for myself, but I will be joined by fabulous guests where we'll be talking, eating, drinking, and a lot will be happening. You don't want to miss this. My name is Phathanani. I am your chef. Babukele makhaya, namhlanje ngipheka ukudla simple nje. Please go with me because you might need this for your friends, your loved one, or your boyfriends. Those are good boyfriends. Ngipheka istambu namhlanje. This is my samp. Ngizoyipheka kanye nobhontshisi wami. Ngizosebenzisa utswayi, ngisebenzise ukhari, ngisebenzise imana soup as well as inorox. Please go with me. It's very easy to prepare istambu. I think we all know because ufaka istambu njena epotweni. That's what I'll be doing right now. Please, let's do it. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying my dishes and thoughts because me now I'm enjoying you guys and I'm enjoying the food that I'm preparing, and of course we can start to have to enjoy my food. Istambu babukele emakhaya ungasipheka for 3 hours or 4 hours. It's up to you ukuthi usifuna sibe njani. So njengamanje istambu sami sesisemlilweni. Sizovuthwa and then mase si soft ngizofaka ucarrot wami, ngifake uonion, ngifake ukhari, ngifake usalt, ngifake nesopo kanye nenorox. And then ngizokwenza umleqwa inkukhu yesintu labo abazi isintu. Nayo ngizoyibilisa ama-hour amathathu. Uma ise i-right ngizobe sengifaka futhi nakhona itswayi nokhari kanye nenorox ne-onion. I'm not gonna put i-carrots laphayana nesopo. So it's ngifake ebhodweni lami manje. Faka amanzi. Namhlanje siyabilisa babukeli. As soon as my food is ready, I will call my guests so that they will enjoy the meal. Welcome back. My food is almost ready. Let me just dish the food and then I call my guests. It smells divine. I know it's my food. I know I'm the one who prepared the food. But yeah, it smells divine. I hope my guests will enjoy my food. Yeah.
Yummy.
Shoo. This stamp. Okay. Yazi upheka kuyangijabulisa kakhulu. Madam, please come over. Oh, look at you, darling.
Guys.
No, I need to look at you.
Oh, thank
How
you so
pretty
much.
you are.
I had to. I'm in the kitchen.
The only kitchen, darling, in Munchies and Thoughts. My darling, welcome to my kitchen. It's no more my kitchen. It's our kitchen now. How are you doing?
It's been incredible being here, and the food looks amazing. I can't wait. Oh my gosh, it's like you knew I love Sam. I've always loved Sam.
Okay,
So
let's do this. Let's do this. I don't want us to waste time because a lot is happening today.
Yes.
I just want you to dish. Ne?
Yes.
And then just tell my viewers, who are you? What's special about you? Like, ubani. Mina ngizobe ngilungisela izinto ngithi.
Lovely, thank you so much.
Good.
Hi, Munchies and Thoughts family. My name is Nthabiseng Mosta. I am an author of this amazing book. Guys, this is a beautiful, it's called The Untitled Heart. It's a book for 2020 and beyond. It's a book for many, many generations. From our generation, the people that were living through the apartheid and...
Sweetheart, you've been talking. Can I give you something to drink?
Oh yes, yes.
Carry on.
Please do. I hope it's sweet and bubbly and it's...
Of course course, we're having
It's full
champagne
of
today.
festivities.
Of course, carry on. Tell people who are you.
Yes, I'm the author of this book. All right. I also speak about healing, emotional healing. I think it's about time that somebody takes up this mental wellness topic, but we'll talk about it later. But this book is about that. It's about setting yourself free from the past, from the feelings of pain and emotional stresses. But it's also like a book filled with so much hope. Yay!
Okay, you just spoke about something. I know we
Yes.
healing. I wanna know.
Yes, the book has 12 practical exercises that the readers will go through. But basically, by being vulnerable and by self-love, by unlearning very bad traits and learning the new traits. There's a lot, but it's also hard work. I always say, if you are a person who wakes up at 5 o'clock and go to the gym, for you to look amazing outside, it's the same. Actually, the mind is very nice because 10 minutes of your day.
And I'm full loco. Nthabiseng, who is an author.
Yes.
Umbali or
Yes,
we understand that.
But I also do the therapeutic sessions with individuals one-on-one, helping them to go through life, and the feedback has been amazing.
Oh, wow.
We do sessions, it's 1 hour where we just go with you because everybody needs support, no matter, and you don't have to go through something bad for you to get support. And because we're so busy, we don't know how to do solid friendships.
Thank you.
So yeah,
Nthabiseng,
well.
you are welcome here. Everybody needs support.
Yes.
Nthabiseng ulana namhlanje ekitchen lami uzochaza okuningi. I hope you guys are ready to learn. I hope you guys are ready to enjoy. Nthabiseng, nice champagne. This bottle, it's a friend of mine who is doing this. It's Chivoni. You see.
Right.
So I hope you'll enjoy it and I hope you'll support him. Okay. So, but anyway, dish up the food.
Can I have the samp, guys?
Yes.
And the weather is saying yes. Wow.
Okay.
Cannot wait.
Babugele Makaya, as you all know that in my kitchen we've got a thing where we go to the fish bowl and pick up a topic that will drive the show. But today it's special because I decided that we don't have a fish bowl. We're just gonna talk. So today's theme, though we still have a theme, mental health as well as gender-based violence. As you all know that in our country but
16 days of activism against that gender-based violence. Yes.
Mrs. Weleke Babugele Makaya and Nthabiseng namhlanje sizokhuluma, and I hope now you enjoy and you learn a lot. Today I'm khuluma kakhulu ngibuza nje imibuzo. Are you ready to answer questions?
Yes, it's 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, and we are on the 11th day. So we're almost there, but really we are talking about 365 guys. We need to live in a violent-free South Africa, and it's going to take a lot of work, but we have started with this book and a lot of this talk. Like whatever we're going to talk about it's going to give foundation to that healing. Because from now on, we're giving men permission to actually be emotional and be vulnerable as well. I think we have been focusing on women for too long.
Yeah.
We have been focusing on a girl child, which still needs a balance, but now we need...
My darling, I'm sorry. Mina, when you can keep on talking, because I can see what you are a preacher, darling. Mina will open the shampoo for you. Because in front of what we see, but
It's also festivities. As much as we are healing, we still need to be celebrating life, and also the victories, guys. We live through 20.
And we are celebrating the love that we're getting from our viewers, subscribing, loving us and sharing, and of course,
It's been amazing. Also, congratulations, friend.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much.
I really am, and I hope that we grow and grow and grow and grow, because as Munchies on Board family, we're here to support you and we're behind you. So we're running.
Yes.
That's a sign of victory.
Okay, sign of victory.
Yes.
But now you'll be having your meal. Let's business of the day now.
Okay.
I want us to start with mental health. Can you explain to me and my viewers what is mental health or illness exactly? Because we can know the name, but we don't know exactly what it means. So maybe if you can explain that then was because it would be easy for everyone to, okay, can money go through this and this? Can you just explain to me and the viewers what is that?
I'm going to use a very simple terms. When you talk about mental health, and I'm going to run away from mental illness because there's a full book. On mental illnesses. It's huge. So we're not going to go there. I'm going to just talk about what mental health is. Basically, it's we say that you're going to a doctor because you have an ailment. Thank you very much.
Would you like
Yes, please put a cherry on top. It always makes sense, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, mental health, it's just your mind. I always say sometimes we just leave the soul out. So I want to entertain that. Say it's your mind and your soul. Okay? Hence why you will realize that when I speak here, I'm speaking about the heart. Because when the heart heals, it's so easy for the mind to also heal. But okay, let me go back to mental health. Mental health is being able to take care of your mind, okay, and your emotional wellness. All right. The same way we are very obsessed with how we look outside. You should be as conscious as that with your mind. What you are thinking, what you dwell on, how you actually process information that has been there in your mind. You see, our minds are like a computer, okay?
Our minds are like
a computer. Actually, they say the way our brains are built is way better than the computer itself, the hardware. And when you go into the mind, you realize that there is two parts where there is a conscious part and a subconscious part. And the subconscious part is the most dangerous part because when you see violence, when you see people snapping, when people cannot even be able to be in touch with why they feel the way they feel, it's because of the subconscious mind.
Okay.
And the problem with the mind, if it's not in check, it's that it will surprise you.
But I'm sorry to cut you, Nthabiseng. I want to understand something.
Yeah.
You're saying that the subconsciousness.
Yes.
So, what's the cause of that? Where you find yourself having that, because I believe that there is something that triggered everything.
Yes. Okay. So when we're talking about being conscious, we are talking about being aware. These are the things we know. We are having this meal. We're gonna have this stamp. You are aware. It's something that it's just there. You know you're gonna have this champagne. Maybe you even know that it's gonna be good and you're gonna be feeling good after that. This is like your awareness. All right. Then there is the parts of you that has happened but you are unaware of, okay? It could be childhood traumas, and those are like the big ones, right? It could be the things that you could not deal with because they were too overwhelming. It could be things that you tried to deal with but you didn't heal completely because you shoved it out of your mind. Because the first thing that happens when you go through pain, the first thing is to shelve that pain, okay? Because I mean, who wants to be living in a painful situation? Hence why we suppress. We call it suppressing those emotions.
So, are you saying to me, people are going through things and then they suppress them?
Yes.
And then that's where they find themselves in a situation where they don't know how to get out.
You can't get out because all you want is to escape the pain. So you keep it at the back of your mind, and when you do, then it goes to the subconscious mind. And what is nice about your brain is that it can store millions and millions of memories. And the other thing that you need to know is that if those memories are not happy memories, when they come out, then you will realize that there was trauma, because then they will come as violence. They will come as being rude. They will come as you being this person that you never thought you would be.
Okay. Before we go further, I want to understand something.
Yes.
In mental health, iyalapheka. Ngicabanga ukuthi sifo.
Yes. No,
And let's eat.
Oh yes. Oh my God. Winning. This is amazing. This is the best of the best, and thank you so much for doing this for me. You know I'm a cultural girl.
Darling, I'm a town.
It's saying to all guys, it's saying to I love this so much.
Yeah, but in Gabon, but I'm happy if you are enjoying the food. And then because I want to go to another one, it was just I just wanted you to explain this before we can go into details. But I can still go to, we can even go to detail whatever. But now, then we can go to another one. Then we can just flow. Okay. I want to understand what is C for this.
So when you talk about mental illnesses, we're talking about from your depression, even the stress in you guys. The thing is, we have actually demonized mental health in a way that you don't understand that if you are someone who is always under stress, that is a health issue. But where is the stress coming from? It's an emotional and mental issue. Okay, we might say.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let me drink.
We need a seat.
Yeah. We might say it's not like schizophrenia or bipolar disorders or split personality disorders, because the disorders are so many. There are so many.
Yo, sorry, Nthabiseng. Babukela emakhaya izizwele kusaqhubeka kuyashisa kakhulu kuma-same thoughts uxolo sisi. But ama disorders maningi kakhulu. Yeah. So ngiyakuzwa ke Nthabiseng ukudla kumnandi.
Yo, ngingamanje ngani?
Are you well now? Let me give you a support. Okay, ngizokunikeza amanzi saba sami. As long as you find now, I'm happy.
No, but
ne usuyichazile mental. Ngicela ukuthi ungichazile nge-gender base and leyo vele ilesikuyo manje bokushile eqaleni awuchazile ngibe ngikhamanzi sithande sami.
Alright, cool. Yes. So gender-based violence, guys, it's I think everybody knows what gender-based violence is. It's a violence where you I think gender, let's go. Gender is a male-female kind of situation, right?
Okay.
And then so we say that it's based on the gender because a man would be beating a woman or a woman would be beating a man. So that is specified because it happens a lot and it's mostly happening in the relationship. So we focus on that where people who supposedly loving one another. The reason we are specific to this is because we are dealing with people who are in the relationship. I think the awareness should be because these two people are in a same home, and most of the time it's supposed to be sacred. You know how marriage is or relationships are. We want it to look the way it looks on the pictures, right? We want to be wearing matching clothes and nobody should know that we are actually hurt. And this is where you will see homicides where people kill one another. So I think the awareness was triggered by the fact that really people now we need to be talking about the fact that people who are supposed to be loving one another are actually killing one another. What's wrong? What is it that is happening? And the problem is that this house could be so big in our eyes, but when the two people that live together are violent to one another, it collapses to be so small. Really it does, because this is supposed to be a home where you feel free, happy, where you can raise the kids in a healthy environment. And because couples always want or desire to have that dream family that when they actually went to be together, they had in mind. When you say you fall in love with somebody, it's because you have evaluated them, that traits that you looked at and you were like, tick, 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 tick. Right?
I don't want you to finish everything because we still have the whole day, darling.
Yes.
Babugeli, nizwile ukuthi abantu abathandanayo bayabulalana and we don't know why. Sometimes you'll see this big house. Kanti akunathando, akunanjabulo. Kungani? Namhlanje nizozizwa zonke. Ngoba ngiphethe Nthabiseng. Nthabiseng, let's cheers to that, darling. Kanti why manje wena so or awujwayele nto ibuza la.
Like yabona mawuphanga nje inkinga zenze.
The food is yours.
Thank you.
Anyway, so Nthabiseng, as I've said earlier on, today it's very special because it's gender-based and mental health. I don't want to have topics where we are picking because I just want us to talk and then just want bazi ngoba sigule nyanga yayo gender-based yes. So ngifuna ukuthi sikhulume nje sibe great, but ngifuna ukuthi ababukeli bami wherever they are bafunde something namhlanje. So my darling, I want to ask you a question. uma kuziwa kulezi ze-gender based, what is the cause? Like normally abantu mabezoqala bengena kulo yini kahle kahle eyenza ukuthi bagcine beba kule situation webabulalana bayashayana kubi.
There are so many reasons. There are so many reasons, and it's very difficult to have one, but I'll mention a few and I'll make an example. Okay, sometimes a person have childhood traumas, right? And when we talk about childhood traumas, we talk about a child who was beaten to hell as a child. When a child learned that if there is anything wrong, you don't communicate, you don't sit with them down and let them know that they are wrong and explain to them, you are teaching them that you take a shambok and you hit the life out of them. I'm not talking about spanking, I'm talking about beating. There are people who have been bitten badly, okay? And this is just inserting information that if anybody does this kind of thing and they have less power than you. Remember, when you are young, your parents are way older than you, right? This is a power dynamic that many parents don't understand, that a child is powerless to you. When you beat them like you have never beaten anything in the world, and you just traumatizes them and you show that you don't care about how they feel, you just hurt them at that level.
But can I ask something as well?
Yeah.
So you said it's like not sometimes I get to panisha. Like I've got 2 daughters.
Yes.
You understand? And 2 dogs, of course.
Of course.
So I do beat them, but I don't beat them. So I want to understand something.
Yeah.
Will you agree with me, Umangiti, that thing is from way back? Because I believe that, yes, my mother began shy kanzima, or my father began shy, or my aunt. It doesn't matter to man. So will you agree with me, Mangzoti? Lento le iswa good. Emandu, yes, mandu. Like emandu, ukuthi kunabo kazi. So will you agree with me, Mangzoti? Nabo, they went through the same thing.
That is why I'm saying, you remember when I made an example, I said this book is for people who have gone through all these pains. I even made an example of the 1994 where we said we got freedom, but nobody healed anybody. Remember, I always, there's something that I wrote on Facebook to say, someday we need to go back to Soweto to talk to the kids who used to see other kids being killed in the school that they belonged with. Nobody spoke about those kids. Nobody went to say, are you okay? So now, the only thing that we are talking about now is this uprising of violence. And I promise you, whatever that we see on social media, it's just, I don't know, a tiny weeny information that leaked by mistake. This thing is happening on a daily basis. There is trauma in families, kids are living in this. And if the kids are seeing it, they are likely to do it again. Unless somebody, somewhere, really says, this is my moment to heal, and I'm going to heal because I need the next generation to not be the way I was. We have to cut this lineage of pain. We need to find a space where we're saying that we are no longer going to allow this pain to carry on.
Wow. Nthabiseng, we need to find a space where we are saying, enough is enough.
Yeah.
Can we focus and forget about things that are not taking us anywhere? Like gender based wrong. And it's me and you and whoever who can stop it. But we don't focus on that. We focus on things that are just out. So let's have a moment. Pause. You know what? Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
And nobody is happy. That's the problem with gender-based violence and all this problems that are related to mental illnesses. Nobody is happy. The kids will be hurt because they will have a mom who is always screaming on top of their voices. And yes, we are not blaming the sick person. Maybe it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility to do something about it. Okay? Don't just let it happen and carry on. Find there are psychologists, there are psychiatrists, there are also even just a counselor. I always say, if you have a pastor, Go speak to the pastor and the wife. Sit down with them and tell them how you feel. And if they are really your spiritual parents, they will recognize something. They are traditional healers.
Yes.
They are traditional leaders.
Yes.
They are spiritual healers. They
Yes.
are mentors. They are life coaches. Get somebody under your wing to help you make through this life, because really everybody needs the support.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get someone under your wing.
Everybody needs the support.
Because pastors, they are spiritual
Yep.
people. They need to support you.
Yes.
Nthabiseng, you know, this is so beautiful. And honestly, thank you so much.
Yes.
Honoring the invitation to be in my kitchen.
I just had to be
This
there,
kitchen
friend.
is hot.
It's
This
super hot.
kitchen
It's
need
awesome.
people who
I can't
are
even eat.
honest.
This is so good.
This kitchen need people who can talk. I've got a question. This is very important, and whoever who's watching
Yeah.
may will understand and will relate. I want to understand about black tax.
Yeah.
I'm working right now. I've got parents. My parents, they'll say, you need to build us a house before you can start your own. You know, to be honest, we find ourselves in a situation where we don't know what to do. And we find ourselves in a situation where we are depressed. We find ourselves in a situation where we die. Because I promise you, there are a lot of youngsters like me and you who are normal. Not because they were sick, not because of this thing which Ubaba, yo, now it's my day. Remember, we also got our own problems. Remember, we also got our sometimes they will see who's working in Gauteng or Cape Town or Durban or wherever. They think but they don't know. And sometimes we try by all means to please them, not even to, and hide exactly who we are. I just don't understand that with mental ingena.
That's a cause of a big depression in many young people's lives, especially in the black community, guys.
Yeah.
I think the expectations are too much, and hence why you see a lot of celebration during the graduation. And this has everything to do with the fact that we come from a space where we were actually survivors. Okay, most of our family members were surviving, just surviving. And then there was post-trauma, the post-apartheid. That also came with the post-trauma, all right? So everybody now, and this is something that you need to understand. In our understanding, when we were talking about freedom, we thought Sizofana Nabelungu. We thought we were going to be like black, just because we were allowed to be in the same spaces, we thought we will have the same money as them. This is a mental thing. I mean, when you are promised freedom, you think that because these people are so privileged, I'm going to be exactly like them. This is your mind, a mind game that happens in your mind. So we were striving, we were fighting to be like them. Because they put themselves there and they were separated. Guys, this system that South Africa was under, it was intertwined around making people mentally ill. It was a strategy, and it works. It works, but we can only beat it if we actually are aware and we overcome them. So let me go back to the black tax, because there's a lot.
Yes.
Now our parents have raised us with this survival. It was hectic, it was painful, and now you get to go to university, and now you get this job. Okay? Nobody has ever worked. We don't know. Or maybe they worked, but they were earning 2,000 and they made ends meet. Yes. Let's say you get 18,000 in this life, in this setup where we live under the situation. All your parents know is that I made it with 2,000. So if you have 18, you have how many 2,000 there?
Lord have mercy.
That's a lot of 2,000, right?
Lord have mercy.
So in their understanding, they because they have this high desires and they really worked hard to get you to where you are, the expectations are this high. And you as well, there's what we call guilt and shame. It's in here.
Which chapter?
There's a chapter on guilt and shame.
I need that chapter, darling.
Yes, honey, we gotta heal from the guilt.
Yes.
We gotta heal from the guilt. We gotta heal from the shame, because your parents, it's dealing with the two greatest soul enemies. Guilt and shame.
That's chapter 4.
Yes.
Get on.
Yes. So the guilt will make you go take a bond that you know you will never be able to pay. Not love, okay? Not love. So I want people to understand that if you are doing something out of guilt, it's as good as as, I don't know, the punishment, and it's not worth it. But if it's love, if you are doing it because you love your parents so much, it will make a lot of difference.
Thank you, my angel.
Okay.
I'm saying, you know what, we can go as far as, like,
Yes.
I wish I could
It's
have like
so
3 hours.
much, I know.
But you know what, whatever that you've explained today, whoever that is watching Munchies and Thoughts,
Yes.
whoever that follow Munchies and Thoughts,
Mm.
I'm sure they will thank me and you and my
Guys,
team.
get the book because I
You
know.
understand? So right
Yeah.
now, before that, is chapter 4 dealing with the two greatest soul enemies, guilt and shame.
Yes.
So those are the ones.
Yes.
So this is your book.
This is my
But
book.
this is mine now.
This is our book.
No, but this is mine now.
Oh yes, that's yours.
So I want to close the show because we've been talking and talking.
Yeah.
We spoke about gender based. We spoke about mental. I saw you before that. Just like 5 seconds. Explain like just your book.
Okay, Johan. So the book, it really is about you being well and getting a kickstart on how to heal yourself. But it's not just healing yourself because I'm there with you every step of the way. And what is nice about this book is that it's so easy, it's so simple. It doesn't go into the deep things, but it gives you a kickstart on how, and you will realize that actually I can do this. Actually, I can be able to be okay. And I have applied like the most funniest things. I said people should write a CV about their lives. Guys, if ever is happening in the corporate and it's that important, you gotta have a CV of your life. You gotta remember like your first memory, how were you feeling, and go back to that memory. What is it that you remember about your childhood? Was it a happy childhood? And then write this CV. Write the dates, write the time, write the feelings, and make your CV. And I will try and show you. I have my own CV. Sometimes Joey just look at it and is like, this is too long because it's so explicit. It's about 4 or 5 pages, and I wrote about myself there. And this helped me to actually recognize that. Oh, this is where things started to go wrong. Oh, this is where the self-esteem went wrong when you.
Oh, thank you so much. This is where everything. I said 5 seconds. Right now it's 30 seconds. But thank you so much. I just noticed something very important here. But before that, I saw you came with some bags.
Of course.
Just tell me about that before I can.
The Mothupa kids.
Yes.
You know how it is.
Yes, darling.
If it's not cosmetics, it's the bags. If it's not the bags, it's about community development, guys. It's the shoes. Let's spread the love, guys. Let's spread the love. Kids' lives will be made so much better with this. And some of us grew up taking a plastic to school, right? And I don't want a child to go through the same thing. And I'm thanking you for the opportunity, friend. Every time when I can, I will contribute because I know your heart. And I know sometimes Phathanani, but reminders.
You know me.
Yeah.
But yeah, ngiyabonga kakhulu Nthabiseng. Babukele emakhaya is that time of the day where I need to say goodbye. But before I can say goodbye to all of you, I wanna tell you something. In Munchies and Thoughts, it's for all of us. No glitz and glam on Munchies and Thoughts. Anyone is allowed to be here as long as you are real to yourself and me and my viewers. And the main objective is to give back. So, Nthabiseng unencwadi babukeli nibheke incwadi lena. I just saw something here very interesting. I want to read this. This is saying this double trouble does not care about your qualification. Goodbye.